Guys, I'm not a risk taker, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little curious sometimes. I'm in a pretty fortunate position in my life where I can do openings like this, where I can pursue my Japanese collection. And I'm definitely thankful for that. I don't take it for granted. It is important to me that I have found this job. I take pride in being good at the job that I do as well. And I also understand that there are people out there who are very talented and very hardworking, very capable, and they seem to have not found a job that suits them as well as the job that suits me. But from time to time, I do get, I guess you'd call it an itch. Basically, what I want to talk about here is that I kind of wish I could run a simulation in my life where I made YouTube a career, where I sat down and I learned video editing and I pursued this unattainable subscriber goal that always drove me to do better and do more and reinvent myself. Something that inspired me to open booster boxes 4 or 5 times a week on my channel and pull the cards and sell them. Something that inspired me to maximize ad revenue. It got me to partner with somebody that really drove me to new heights. Something that drove me to collab with everybody, to reach out and become a true member of the community in ways that I currently don't really feel are possible. And it would be nice, but it would only be a simulation. Because I have the job that I do, and I am paid the way that I am, because I am there. Because I'm compensated for my presence. Of course I'm compensated for the work that I do, but I wouldn't have this particular job in my field if I weren't there. And if I were working on making my YouTube channel the best that it could be and really giving it my all, I wouldn't be able to do that. And I'm not a risk taker. Like I already mentioned, I'm not a risk taker, and that's just not a risk that I'm willing to take. But I do wonder sometimes. I do wonder what it'd be like to lay it all out on the line, to leave my job, and see what I could do with YouTube if I could make Japanese TCG collecting a real thing. If I could build something along the lines of a website or an eBay storefront and really turn it into a viable career, something that would be comparable to the earnings that I get through my traditional job now. And again, it's not to say that I'm jealous of anybody who has turned YouTube into a viable career. Oh no, not at all. If anything, I feel inspired by them to use the time that I have to make good content. But I know that this is not the content that is the best that it can be. It's simply not. But no matter who you are in the Pokemon, YouTube space, as far as Poketubers are concerned, you're always looking up at somebody. Like, I look at guys like, I'll look at Jordan Japan, or I'll look at Water and Grass, and I'll look at Skull, and I'll say I'm never going to reach that level of subscribers or that level of content creation. Like, I know Jesse's not around a ton of the time anymore, but what he still puts out, I always want to watch. And I never feel like I'm actually there. But I know that those guys, from time to time at the very least, are probably looking at Primetime Pokemon or Unlisted Leaf and thinking the same thing. And I'm willing to bet that at some point or another, Primetime and Unlisted Leaf have looked at Jaywitz and said, I really hope that one day I'm going to be there. We always have something more to shoot for. Okay, maybe not Jaywitz, but he's not watching this video. I can tell you that much. Like, I could do more, though, with the time that I have to try to bring more legitimacy to Japanese collecting. I could do more. I'm not trying to pass the buck or anything. This is the amount of time that, and the amount of effort, to be completely honest, that I feel comfortable putting into a YouTube channel that is not a career. And I would love for that alternate universe where I could spend, like, probably a year really testing it out and saying, if I gave this 100%, if I made this my goal, how would it pan out? I'm just a naturally curious person. I want to know how things would work. I want to know if things are possible. But I live in the real world, and therefore it's very difficult for me to make a sacrifice of that caliber, of that magnitude. To say that, yeah, I'm going to leave my job and try this. Because what happens if it doesn't work? I can't just go back to the job I had before. If I found another job in my field, it would probably be for $10,000 to $15,000 less a year than I'm making now, if I find that job, because it will not be waiting for me if I leave it. You work for a retail monster, they'll find somebody else. Next man up, as the Patriots say. I don't know, I'm really not sour about it. And I feel this way with a lot of things in my life. I wonder how it would work out. I wonder if things were different. I guess I'm just frustrated that the world is not my oyster on quite the level that, you know, you want it to be when you're a kid. I wish things were like the games. I wish things were like what our dreams were like. But in a different respect, I'm kind of glad that they're not. I'm glad that I've built a life for myself in this particular universe, in this small cross-section of human history, and impacted the people that I have in what I'm sure is an infinitesimal way in the grand scope of things, in the grand scheme of the universe, or in their universes. But I'm still happy to be a part of it. This video may not be 10 minutes, and it may not be facing me, but this is as close to a stripped down challenge as you're going to get. Thanks for watching.